Hey everyone, it's Josh from Type the Word. In this video, I wanted to give you a demo of the new curriculum features I've been working on. I'm super excited to have curriculum built into Type the Word because it's going to allow you to jump into the products and have a plan for your semester in a really small amount of time. So if you want to use curriculum, you can head to your teacher dashboard and hit Create Goal. Before I get to that though, there is actually a new layout in the teacher dashboard, which is like this dashboard, like full width layout with a sidebar. My intention for this change is just to like make it as easy as possible to access everything that I'm building. So right now there's only a couple pages, but as I add like per student analytics and like a bunch more modes and everything on the roadmap, this is just going to be a lot more stuff to put in this sidebar. And so even like as it stands, like the sidebar allows you to like swap between classrooms a lot easier than it was this spring. So that's kind of like my intention, or like why I changed to this layout. But if you want to use curriculum, you can, like I said, click on Create Goal. So far, there's like 5 curriculum. For example, Great People of Faith is 8 assignments around like key biblical stories about people that had faith. These are, number one, they're like rearrangeable. You can like drag and drop them. And there's also this new concept of like estimates for your assignments. I think something that was probably challenging this spring is it was kind of like guesswork to understand like how long an assignment would take. And then so setting like due dates was challenging. And I think that having estimates on like how long this passage of scripture takes to type will fix that. So if you jump in here and like, let's say I change this to be like 1 Samuel 17 through 18, you'll see this estimate over here changes. And this brings me to another thing I changed, which is how you select passages. So before you had to like select the book, select the chapter, and select the first verse and the last verse. And now it's a lot simpler. You can just type the verse and it'll like suggest valid like subsections of scripture. So for example, if you like try to select, an invalid chapter, like let's say 1 Samuel 100, it's going to say like no valid passage found, which is basically just like cluing you into like not selecting invalid scripture references. But just generally, this is going to make it a whole lot easier to find and select the passage of scripture you care about. Something else I want to add though is like right now, and I found like I'm adding more curriculum for like reading plans that are like available for different denominations currently. And once you start having like a bunch of assignments, it might become like you want to be able to use like a sub-selection of a curriculum. So pretty soon you'll be able to like select which of the assignments you actually want to include in your goal. That's in the works. And then the other thing I'm also working on is just like adding a bunch more curriculum. I want to make sure there's enough curriculum to serve each of the age groups in each of the denominations really well. So if you are a part of a specific denomination and you have resources you think would be good inspiration for this, I'd love for you to send them my way. But anyways, once you've actually selected a curriculum, we'll just go with this Great People of Faith. You can hit Create Goal, and that will create the goal in your classroom. And then you can publish that first assignment. And when you do, your students will be able to see the assignment created. So, and then just like jump into the passage right away. This is something else I've updated, the student UI. So before, students had to like select which classroom they were wanting to complete an assignment for, and then they had to like, then they could actually like see their assignments. I think from a student's perspective, they just need to know like what they need to do next. And so I've made this like homepage that's kind of similar to like what the personal, like someone that's like an individual that's using Type the Word would see. But in their case, they just see like their upcoming assignments. They can also see like where they've typed recently. But this allows them to just jump into their assignments really quickly. So that's all for this update. I will talk to you guys soon.